Welcome all. Welcome to Churchill Chats. It is February the 5th, 2025. I'm Eric. This is Roy.
Hi.
And on the line today, we have got Blaine Constant. Blaine, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Just wrapping up a very busy week. I'm doing an interlake tour right now, so.
Wow, and you're actually stopped in the car to talk to us on this podcast. And everyone, remember, Blaine's coming up to do a speaking motivational talk with us for Winterruption in Churchill up here. But he spends his time driving around to schools and other events, talking about various things, which we're going to get a bit of a rundown today. Blaine, what is it that you actually do?
Well, I talk on a number of different topics. Like this week is mainly focused on bullying. But when I speak about bullying, I like to sort of incorporate all the other stories in which led me to that behavior in my life and how I broke those cycles. So when I was talking about bullying, I was also talking about, breaking cycles of abuse, bullying, the power that our words can carry, taking steps out of our comfort zone and learning to love ourselves. So that was the focus. That's been the focus this week. I did 3 communities so far, 3 different schools. I have one more on Friday, and then next week I am going up to Thompson. I'm doing an event out there, and I'm coming out for Winterruption. So
that's fantastic. It seems like that's got to be a very rewarding thing to be doing with your time. Can you speak to that at all?
Oh, absolutely. Like it's, there's no words for the feeling that you get, seeing the impact that it has on the listeners and the audience that you're working with and stuff. Like this week, as I said, the focus has been on bullying. So I talk about my experience being a bully when I was younger and, that I didn't realize the impact my words were having, my actions and everything like that. And so when I break it all down and talk about my experience being the bully, where it's sort of how it impacted the people that I was doing it to, it helps to open that door for other people who may be exhibiting this behavior to take that accountability for themselves and to realize, just how powerful their words can be. And I let them know that we can use our words to either lift others up or to knock others down. And, I've done the knocking people down. I don't want to do that anymore because I tell them, that we never know what people are going through. And in a lot of these communities that I'm in, I get them to look around the room. I say, I want you guys to look around this room right now. You've all grown up with each other and you know each other to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you don't know what the person next to you may be feeling or what they may be going through. So let's not add to it. And to have young people come up to me and tell me that the presentation really opened their eyes, to see that them break through that emotional barrier and to take that accountability is such a powerful and courageous act on their part. And so normally what I talk about when I travel around, the majority of the time would be overcoming addiction, breaking cycles of abuse, and then, taking steps out of our comfort zone, mm-hmm. learning to love ourselves. And for all the people that have come forward and told me how much my presentation has helped them in their life is nothing short of incredible and amazing. And, it's a beautiful thing to be able to help open that door for others, because I let them know that sometimes we just need a change of perspective, because a change of perspective can absolutely change your life. And so that's what I try to offer when I come to communities and I do presentations wherever I go. Is I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. I'm not here to tell you don't drink and don't do drugs. I'm just here to let you know the truth about drugs and alcohol. I'm here to let you know what's helped me along my path and hopefully offer a new perspective. So
that's amazing. I remember you were here last time not long ago in Churchill, and you had your presentation in the theater, and I remember just getting locked in the way you were speaking about things and the things you speak about that not everybody speaks about all the time. And that's an important thing about what you were saying as well. It's like, this is not, there's a time and the place, and there's sometimes those times and places don't happen as much as they should. So I'm glad that you bring that as you travel around, you bring that to these communities. I had a question also, Blaine, about your music. I mean, did you think maybe when like 10 years ago, maybe you were on the road to a totally different kind of career, and you're a really accomplished fiddle player. How does music now play a role in what you do as you've sort of pivoted on in your career?
I always incorporate the music into the presentations because I talk about how, when I first started playing the fiddle when I was young, there were a lot of kids that didn't think that the fiddle was cool. And so they would tease me and my friends that started together, and how, my friends didn't like the way obviously the teasing made them feel. So they put the fiddle down. And I've been playing for 25 years now. And some of the things I've got to do have been absolutely amazing. Like, I've got to travel all across like North America. I met thousands upon thousands of people, and just all the things that I've got to do with my music career. Had I let the teasing get to me back then, I would have deprived myself of all of those opportunities. I wouldn't be where I am today without my music. So I always incorporate the music into the presentations, and afterwards I pull the fiddle out, play them some tunes, tell some funny stories that have happened along the way, just to get people laughing and stuff, and end things on a light note, so to speak. So,
do you mind sharing one of those funny stories with us?
It's always a little bit better when I'm doing the performance, because I talk about like while I'm doing things during the performance, I share with the community members sort of an experience that happened somewhere along the way. So it's kind of tough to do it in the car.
Yeah, all good.
But I am looking forward to sharing that at Winterruption, because it definitely gets the crowd laughing, and they always tend to remember these stories. Because one of the favorite stories that people tend to like hearing is about when I played for the Queen of England, when she came through, did her walkway through Winnipeg. And again, it's kind of tough to do in the car.
Yeah, all good.
But yeah, when I met her, I just did not know how to interact with someone of her stature, I guess you can say, because all they did was they warned me what not to do.
So what do you do, right?
Yeah, and when she came, they didn't tell me that there was a possibility that she would come and talk to me. Her husband came and started the conversation, and they didn't tell me that there was a chance that I would even be talking to them. I thought I would just be part of the entertainment as they walked by. But after her husband came and talked to me, he just asked me how I was able to play outside. It's so cold. And then when the Queen came up, she thanked me for coming out and said it was a pleasure to have me. So I told her, I said, no, thank you for having me. The pleasure is all mine. And before she was about to walk away, she held out her hand like this,
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you can see my hand there.
Yeah.
And yeah, so nobody told me what to do in that case. So I started racking my brain, thinking back to all the old movies I watched. And I'm like, am I supposed to get on a knee and bow?
Get your fiddle out.
Or am I supposed to get on a knee and kiss her hand? Or did they stop doing that years ago? And everybody's going to laugh at me, I'm thinking.
Uh-oh.
And so I'm racking my brain. And the last thought that popped into my mind was an episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Will meets somebody important. And the guy comes up to Will and is like, hello, Will, nice to meet you. And Will looks at him and slaps his hand. He says, what's up? And
No.
obviously I didn't do that so that I wouldn't be here today. But it was the last thought that popped into my mind. And I realized that I have to do something. I'm leaving the Queen hanging. And so I start looking at the crowd, hoping that they're going to give me some sort of idea as to what to do. But they were of no help. They were all so excited for this young boy getting to meet the Queen that they're just all nodding their head at me super fast. And so I'm realized I'm still leaving the Queen hanging. She's standing there waiting for me to do something. All eyes are on me. And I can't do it while I'm in the car here, but I grabbed her hand. Oh, like this
Oh, no.
and shook it in such a weird
Oh
way.
my God.
But the way that my legs were positioned, like it was kind of like almost like I was kind of kneeled down, but with one leg straight, one leg kind of arched. And when I share with them and show the crowd exactly how that interaction went
Yeah.
down, normally the whole room just bursts out into laughter because I say, "What the hell is this?" I say, this is bad enough. Why the legs? I've never stood like this ever in my life.
What am I doing?
Yeah, why did I think that this was the appropriate answer to this situation? And so I do hear from different people that I was either supposed to get on a knee and bow or get on a knee and kiss their hand.
Yeah, anything but what you did.
Either way, what I did was not okay.
Well, Blaine, if that is a disappointing telling of that story in your perspective, I cannot wait to hear what it's like when you're actually doing your thing, because that was hilarious, my friend.
Yeah, it definitely gets the crowd going, that one. And everyone, like a lot of the times when I come back to communities, people walk up to me and they'll hold their hand out like the Queen did.
Yeah,
I
yes.
just remember all of that.
That's a good part. Yeah, that's your secret handshake now. Yeah. Hey, Blaine, thanks for taking the time. Where are you off to right now?
I'm off to Lake Manitoba First Nation. I'm presenting at their school on Friday. So thankfully, like as busy as this week has been, as busy as February and March is going to be, I do have a day to sort of catch my breath tomorrow and just catch up on some rest, because I spoke 5 hours on Monday, 5 hours on Tuesday, 5 hours today. So tomorrow is my day off, and then I present again on Friday. So
on that note, I think it's reasonable that we give your voice a rest and we can let you go carry on the rest of your journey. Sound good?
Sounds good. I'm really looking forward to coming out to Churchill. It's always a pleasure to come back out there. I remember when I met Roy, my very first time out there, and it was it's been a pleasure to be his friend all along the way. And, like it was good to see him, see Roy there last time that I was out. So it's going to be great to be back out there again for a few days again and to run into everybody that I met. And of course, to meet everybody that I haven't yet. So it's going to be a real treat to be back out there.
Well, a cheers to you with our non-alcoholic beers to you, buddy. Yeah, we fight the calls too. So keep doing what you're doing, and you're a good guy. We'll see you next week, eh?
Sounds good. Thank you guys so much.
Cool. Thanks, Blaine. See you, man.
Have a good one.
Thanks. You too.
Blaine is such a cool guy. Such a down-to-earth guy, and he's got wisdom for a young guy.
Speaking of wise young guys, I hear there's another really cool guy waiting on the line. Is that true?
Is there? No, we don't have any cool guys left. Oh, wait, you mean Jeremy Allen?
Yeah, I hear he's just sitting around waiting to tell us about like a caribou hunt thing he's got going on.
Look, guys, stick around. We have got heaps of things going through. We're whipping through the things right now because we've got heaps to get through. So thanks for watching and like and share and everything. Let's get on to our next segment, as you said, Eric. We're looking with Jeremy Allen from the Warrior Caregivers program. We'll get him back on the line when he gets on here. Let's see if he's still here. Yeah, he's still there.
There's that wonderful man. Good to see you, Jeremy Allen. Welcome.
Good to see you guys.
So fire me up, Jeremy. What are we dealing with this Warrior Caregivers Caribou Hunt? What do you got?
Yeah, so recently I applied for some grants with the Beverly Kamanariak Management Board to get basically they want to organize some community hunts for the community of Churchill. And as a result, I'm going to plan 2 hunts now, one in February 22nd and then one leaving on March 6th that I was going to do it. I just want to get people in the community out and instead of sitting on the couch. I mean, realistically, to get out there nowadays, it costs you a skidoo, which is $20,000. Fuel is fucking expensive now too. To get out there alone is a challenge. So I'm just hoping that some people take up the offer and come out for a ride and learn a bit about caribou hunting, learn a bit about navigating the land.
It's
not sure.
It's certainly something that takes a lot of experience and kind of confidence to run that kind of program. I think that's why a lot of people saw it and went, whoa, oh, that's awesome. Oh, who's doing it? Jeremy? Perfect.
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, like the feedback I've gotten so far has been mostly positive. We had kind of a hiccup go on with the funding because someone in the community or some people in the community had for whatever reason they didn't agree with the program, so they were sending angry emails to the Beverly Kamanariak Management Board about this caribou hunt that I was doing. So as a result, they've had to pull some of the funding, and now the funding is only going to come through the health center in November. So the Warrior Caregivers program is obviously, I would hope a lot of people in the community have already kind of familiarized themselves with it, but it's for men's mental health and trying to get primarily like young men back out on the land. So we want to get people, away from just sitting inside all day and that boredom. And like when you're sitting in there and you're bored, like a lot of people turn to their addictions, right? So getting them out, teaching them skills. I personally like have just come into the program, so I'm starting to learn a lot about what they've already done in the past, and I'm just flushing out now what I want to do for the future. So, a couple other ideas I've had is, I would like to take out a lot of guys in the community and teach them about trapping. So then, maybe some of these guys that are in town that are maybe finding themselves struggling a bit to like make an income in the wintertime when we're in our slow months, they can just go out and set some traps on the community line here around Churchill and make themselves a couple bucks to buy some food or whatever. So, there's a lot of good opportunities for young guys to get out on the land and just, make a living for themselves out there too.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Jeremy. I've taken part in a couple of Warrior Caregivers things in the past, and I have nothing but good things to say about the program and those who run it in general. Huge fan over here, and I'm sure, Roy, you can speak similarly of your experience. Do you have any?
I've been goose hunting for the first time. I had my first canoe ride with the couple of days on the canoe with Jill and the crew up Deer River. I've done a few things, so it is really good for people who don't get out and do these things in the land very often, or people like me who've never done it. It's such a great opportunity to have, and it's a good opportunity for people like Jeremy to come and have an idea, and then for it to be able to make it a reality, make it happen. So it must be cool to come up with ideas that you enjoy, and then it's taken on as something that can help everyone.
Well, one thing that I want to start doing now in the future that I'm hoping a lot of people will be excited for is doing some sort of, I don't know how to really word it. I guess I would just say like an adventure trip every month.
Oh yeah.
So we'll pick a weekend every single month and pick a destination as a group, and we'll go out there and make some trouble, like whatever we're gonna do, like whether it be caribou hunting, fishing, bird hunting, something every month is what I'm thinking. Like for April, I was planning on doing an ice fishing trip, and in May, obviously it's goose season, so everyone's gonna want to go goose hunting. So we'll set up like a goose camp out at Button Bay, and hopefully a lot of people will show up for that. I'm sure that one will be pretty popular. And then throughout the summer, obviously we'll do some boating exercises and go out and do some fishing. So from now on, I'm really hoping, as long as everything works out and with funding and all that kind of stuff, my plan from here on out is to do one of these trips a month. The only reason I was going to do 3 trips here in February was because I had the extra funding from a grant that I applied for. But from now on, I'm thinking just one a month will be good enough. And, it'll give people the opportunity to get out on the land and learn skills and whatever they're interested in, not just caribou hunting. Like, for instance, maybe someone doesn't like going out in the winter. Well, then how about you come out in the summer and learn a little bit about fishing, right? Like, there's lots to learn, lots to do.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, can we? Let's sign up early, Eric.
Oh, you best believe I'll be
100%.
putting my name down. Well, Jeremy Allen, you've been fantastic. Really appreciate you coming out here today and speaking about all the cool stuff You heard it here first, Churchill. Go do cool things with the Warrior Caregivers and Jeremy Allen and everyone else.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good luck with all the programming, buddy, and we'll chat to you again soon. Thank you.
You guys later. Bye.
All right.
See you, buddy.
It's going good, Eric. Shall I play a little intermission music?
Why not? Everyone loves a bit of a... Oh, there it is.
We've done our interviews. Interviews went well, Eric. What do you think of Eric? He's doing good. He's got the questions. He knows what he's talking about.
No, I pretend to know what I'm talking about, and I'm really good at faking it.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. Oh, how do I I'm trying to do some things in the background here, but yeah, all right. What does it say on the list? There we go.
Well, my good friend Roy Mexted, we've got a new bullet point coming up here. There's a festival we're talking about, and it's happening.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
In the winter, and there's some people coming. Are you ready for that one, or do you want to go somewhere else?
No, that's good. Yep.
Yeah.
Close that here. Close.
For those of you who weren't sure, it is in fact Winterruption.
Yeah, Winterruption, and that's why we're talking with Blaine today, because over the last couple of Churchill Chats, if you have been watching, thanks very much. We have spoken to Two Crows for Comfort and Altered by Mum. Who else?
Well, those are the only ones I've been a part of.
Yeah, that was it, right? Yeah. And I'm still trying to close this Zoom call. Sorry, guys. So Winterruption, I'm trying to get a poster. So I put up an event, guys. So if you see on the Facebook Live has now gone. There's an event on Facebook for that Winterruption. So that's where we'll put some more details about the bands, and we'll put up any details about Winterruption. And pretty soon we're going to have a full schedule with all of the bands. So right now we do have
So we did have a plan, but Roy's computer is not responding to us right now. I don't think it's liked having to sit in the background while we talk to all these people.
Okay,
you found it, Roy.
Well, this is the Winterruption, the event on Facebook. So we'll put some things in there. Okay, so this is page Drobbo. Ow! Ow! Whoa, my ears. Wait a second. This is Paige. So this Paige Drobbo trio. So she'll be playing in the Legion and the theatre, and also at the Ptarmigan. Let's have a look at what else we've got. We've got Two Crows for Comfort coming up. They have been travelling around in their little van and their little dog named Elliot, and they're coming up for Winterruption. Cool little duo with some interesting different instruments. And this is Phyllis Sinclair. She's got some relative and great connections with Churchill, and she's coming to do some acoustic performances for us also. She's here we go. Altered by Mum. We had a chat with them last week. Super groovy duo. They're a trio actually, a drummer as well. But this is Devon, and he was up here with the Isla Barker band last time, and reached out and said, he wanted to bring his new band here. So these guys are the only ones outside of Manitoba, technically from Toronto, but they do heaps of work around Manitoba, and they've been here. Devon's been here before. We just talked with Blaine, and he'll be doing a speaking segment in the theatre, and like all those topics that he talks about, all really empowering young people, and anyone would talk about the things that you just don't talk about very often, but it hits you in the heart, and it helps you to grow, and it helps you to be a better person. Blaine Constant, and he's right now he's going around to all of the schools giving talks to kids and things. So yeah, we'll come out with a full schedule in just a couple of days, guys, for Winterruption. So look out for that. All right, so let's have a talk about something else quickly. I've got wearing a t-shirt. I thought I'd wear my Walter Lundy t-shirt because we just had the Walter Lundy Memorial Hockey Tournament in Churchill, and it went off with a bang. Did you check out anything over there? I was down there a couple of times. But we should congratulate the teams. Who's this? Who's that fella? That's Jeremy Lassage.
Oh, I wonder where he is.
This is that's the Whalers, right?
That is the Churchill Whalers.
Hey,
you're right.
So they won the cup. Congratulations, Whalers!
Do not forget about the all-important garlic sausage, Roy. See it positioned down in the goalie's
What is that
catching
for?
gloves. That's the prize for winning the tournament. Garlic sausage.
Oh, is that what they said? Like they talking
The
about
gar.
They're talking about the gar, and I was going to
Yeah.
ask you, what is the gar?
Now, a gar is a fish, but That gar is a garlic sausage. From what I presume to be looking at the packaging and
Yeah.
formation, that looks like a Northern Store gar to me. But correct me if I'm wrong, those out there.
I mean, it's obvious now. I mean, obviously, you win a hockey tournament, you get a garlic sausage. That just makes
Duh.
sense.
Let me tell you, I've been on the winning side of the gar before,
Have you?
and
That
I've
must
won.
be marvelous.
Oh, I've won a lot of hockey tournaments in my life. They weren't good quality hockey tournaments, but they were tournaments. And let me tell you, there was nothing like a teammate of mine opening up a garlic sausage with a gross pair of scissors from someone's hockey bag and then just tossing that sucker around the room and everyone just chomping at the bit, taking bites out. Just fantastic. What an experience.
You've got to be kidding me. Are you trying to tell me that... Oh, are you trying to tell me that this is a normal thing that happens everywhere, or is it just Churchill? I thought it was just Churchill. This happen everywhere.
I've never seen it before in my life, but if this emerges as a new trend, I would not be surprised because it is unmatched.
Can I just ask why?
Why not, Roy?
Oh, right, okay.
Duh.
So there's no explanation. Can we get an explanation from someone on the chat? Has anyone put a chat in yet? Oh, they'll probably watch it later and start screaming at the phone. But guys, I have no idea why you guys are holding a garlic sausage, but it's a bit silly, isn't it? Okay, and here's the tree liners. Well, everyone done a great job. What are they? Are these the lightning people?
Yes, that is the Churchill
Excellent.
Lightning.
And that's the
The
Braves.
Bayline Braves. You got it.
Cool. Is that all of them? Oh no, back to these guys.
Yeah,
The
4
sausage.
teams.
And it was super cool. So let's keep supporting this this tournament. I like the way they're pivoting, and the main thing is they're getting all the people in Churchill energized and out there doing sports, and everyone's motivated. A good bit of money to throw around to a lot of different players. All in all, a really cool event. So well done to the whole team there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Roy, we're missing 2 people.
Are we?
There's one in particular that is, a little far away. Are
Oh.
we talking about him?
Oh no! Don't say that. Don't say the J word.
No, I would never. That's why I was very clear to not do that because
Oh.
I know it's sacrilegious in this room.
Guys, you may have noticed that Joe Stover's not here. Does anyone know where Joe Stover is?
Joe!
Oh, by the way, Jeremy's here. He's just a bit late. And Jeremy, if you're driving, just bust into the studio, mate. You don't have to wait. We've got the DJ instead of the keyboard today. But let's have a quick chat with I talked with Joe Stover a bit earlier, and he's in Mexico, and he's got a bit of a story to tell. Would you like to hear what he's got to say? Let's hear from Joe Stover right now. Let's put it over to the Joe Stover cam, ladies and gentlemen. Porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. Joe Stover's in Mexico. Buddy, holy moly.
Hola, senor.
Hola, senor, mate. G'day. Looks nice
Yeah.
and warm there.
It's plus 29,
Oh.
but it is a very pleasant plus 29. It's a little breeze coming off the Pacific Ocean, which is, why don't I just show you what I got here? I
Wow.
might as well do that. Let's see.
Ah.
I can turn it around, can't I? There must
This
be a
is-
way. Oh, wait, I found the way. Love will find a way,
Down
Roy.
the way. Oh, you got your sunscreen there?
That's very important. Look, I got the cream.
Wow, haven't seen that in a while.
50 for a guy like me, and then for the reapply, the
Aha.
spray. Always good to have. Well, this is the view.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at
Here
that.
in
Beautiful
Puerto
resort. You're in a resort.
Vallarta, in the great state of Jalisco, in the great country of Mexico, and off in the distance over yonder, the
Yep.
Pacific Ocean,
My God.
and there's pretty much where I've been spending the last week in the pool and the beach. Yeah.
So your first
So
time
I
down.
visit. So it's been really cool, and the food's been great. The people have been great. The music's been great. The weather's been great.
Yep.
What else is there to say? It's been great.
Oh man, that looks. It just makes me smile looking at that background and thinking, And it's nice to see you there, Joe. You work so hard and you're so dedicated to the little town here, Churchill, and for you to get out there.
Aw, Nicole and I were just chatting today about how much we have really, really enjoyed this vacation. But it's a real good vacation when we're real excited to get back home too, because we've got a real special place back home that we love dearly, and we know that we're going to be experiencing a bit of a temperature difference as we travel, but I'm okay. I'm ready. This has been nice and relaxing, but Northern Light season for me awaits. I know Northern Light season is in full force with the other tour companies in Churchill. So it's exciting times everywhere. We've been
Yes.
spreading the word too. We've been talking to all sorts of people because both of us love to talk about Churchill and We've had some real good conversations with folks from Canada, the United States, all around the world, and we just love thumping our chests about our wonderful town. So we're really excited to get back.
But to get the opportunity to go outside and talk about your town, it just makes you feel how, like the novelty comes back about how special it is to live up here, hey?
I'll tell you, it's neat going to other destinations, tourism destinations, with the purview that we have, because we're so locked into our local tourism, and it's been really neat to kind of be on the other side of a tourism experience to just see how they're run, or just see kind of what the guest experience is like, just the different things that are offered. So it's really neat, like, because it gives me kind of a fresh perspective on how we do tourism in Churchill, and so many things we do right, and as welcoming as people have been here in Puerto Vallarta, we're just as welcoming back home. And I think it's I think it's all about the experience. It's all about the guest experience, and being able to deliver that. And I think we all, even if you're not directly involved in the tourism industry in Churchill, everybody in Churchill plays a part in being a host. And yeah, it's just really neat to kind of get that different perspective from down here.
That was very well put, Joe. Yes.
Thank you.
You nailed it. So we've got Winterruption coming up. Joe, you are in the band, by the way. I hope you know you're in the. We've put you into the band, the locals band. We're going.
I'm in the band.
Yeah, you made the band. Maybe you can lead the band in one of your songs. Maybe.
Even throw in the Denny Funk and Joe Stover original, the Track Shed song. That's always it's always a fun one to play. Oh, by the way, Denny Funk, happy birthday yesterday. He just celebrated what I assume must be his, I don't know, 20th birthday, 50th birthday. I'm not sure where he's at. The dude is timeless, but happy birthday to him. Those that will remember Denis used to live in Churchill a while ago, and he was also the lead man of the C Flats. So
the Track Shed. Okay, I've made a note of that. We'll start learning it for you. We'll be a backup for you.
Oh, I think there's like 3 chords or something. I don't know. It's easy.
Well, that's too many. Hang on, I'll cross that off. That was just a silly idea. Hey, Joe, it's really awesome to see you nice and fresh, getting a tan, and I'm glad that you've made the time to get on the show for tonight, even though we've done a little recording. Holy moly.
Freckles. My summer, this is my summer tan. My freckles are starting to pop out. They usually lie dormant this time of year, but they have awoken.
They have awoken.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for letting me get something for the show today. And like you said, yes, I am now off to the pool, which you got to see a little earlier, and off to play with some waves off to the Pacific. So looking forward to being back in Manitoba real soon. But for now, I was just about to try and say goodbye in Spanish, but I totally
Adios.
Adios, amigos. Gracias. Mwah. Talk to you guys later.
Woo. Hey.
Gosh, that Joe Stover's a good guy.
Corresponding from Mexico, Puerto Vallarta.
Joe Stover.
Oh, he deserves it. Yeah, he's away having good. Have a good time, Joe and Nicole, and get back to work. Get back here. Not being cold here without you.
Speaking of things here, Roy, there's been some stuff going on, hasn't there?
Like what?
Well, there was this person who came by and did some tricks of sorts.
Oh, Isaac. So you guys checked out Mr. Circus. He done a great little workshop, a performance and a workshop in the mezzanine, and he did say he's going to be at the school. So kids, look out! There's some circus workshops happening in the school. I believe it's going to be Monday or Tuesday or something, or both. So check out there's a circus in town. So thanks, Isaac, for keep coming back to. He's actually from here. So he keeps coming back to Churchill. It's cool to get all these people that keep on coming back. Winterfest ideas. If anyone has any ideas about the Aurora Winterfest, remember, just pop into the library and give your ideas. There's all sorts of things happening. I got a secret idea. You want to hear it?
Always.
We're going to do a talent quest. So we're going to have everyone who wants to be part of a talent show. Let's just do it. Remember last time we done it in the theatre and we had heaps. We had like a Remart singing. Remember we were playing the drums, obviously. Yeah. Eric's an amazing drummer. And we're going to do it again. Are you in?
Heck yeah, I'm in.
Cool. We haven't. That's good. Okay, well, cool. We got the backing band. So if anyone wants to be part of the Aurora Winterfest, let's groove on with that straight after Winterfest. Straight after the what's it called? Winterruption. I also want to do a bit of a shout out to Dave Daly because it's also his birthday today as well. Denny Funk's birthday as well. Then Dave Daly, well, happy birthday, mate. Yep.
2 great people on a great birthday.
I want to sled another day.
I heard there's also a ballad.
Oh, there's the ballad of Dave Daly. You guys should check that out. Spotify or Apple Music is this beautiful song written by me called The Ballad of Dave Daly.
Shameless plug. Love it.
Goes a little something like this. Well, it's a wonderful... No. Check it out, yeah. Okay, let's... I wanted to go for a little bit of... let's try to keep things, relevant. What's going on with the... something happening in Churchill tomorrow. What's that, Eric?
Well, down the flats, I heard a while back there was a bit of a rezoning of the old Beluga Motel site. And if anyone has any opinions of what they'd like to see, it looks like you can head down to the complex tomorrow from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Share your ideas and perspectives. There's a forum, information, and I think that the town would love to have everybody's opinion.
I think we need to get a story about the old Beluga Motel. I mean, most of us don't know anything about it, right? Do you know anything about it?
I don't know a hot thing about it, no.
We need to get someone who knows a lot of things about it, a bit more than a hot thing and nothing, like me. Well, I know there used to be a motel there called the Beluga Motel, and didn't they used to catch belugas there?
I've heard that at one point or another there was a beluga fishery in this area.
That's where they used to... I heard that's where they used to get all of the belugas for all of the aquariums around the world or the hemisphere or something in that area there, and it burnt down or something. So we need to find someone with the know-how, maybe get them in for, as this story progresses, we get them on the podcast or something, have a bit of a chat with them about that.
If you ever want to see remnants of that old site, there is an old refining pot outside the train station in one of the gardens. Go have a look at that if you'd like.
Cool. Okay, we're just about done, guys, but I was going to ask, I've got a little video that I made of some of the guests that were staying at my guest house, and they were talking about how, they saw a polar bear, because, when you first see a polar bear, it sort of takes you, it changes your life a little bit, and we see so many people that come to Churchill that see a polar bear for the first time, and to hear them talk about it, it's like it takes you back, and we can never forget our first time. Do you remember your first time, Eric?
Of course I remember my first time, Roy. Who doesn't?
Please. Won't you tell us?
July 2022. There I was. Just moved to town in May. And I work for Parks Canada. I did back then, still do. And part of our operations in the summertime is to head across the Churchill River, go hang out at Prince of Wales Fort. And holy smokes, look at that thing you're pulling up, Roy. Head over to the fort, give some tours, and you see some stuff along the way from time to time. And this particular day, it was about 3 weeks into the summer, and I hadn't seen a bear yet, so obviously I was antsy to see one. I was just riding in the Zodiac. I think it was Kevin Burke driving. Kevin Burke's always a great boat driver. Good guy, too. And we were driving along, and then he pointed out, "Hey, Eric, have you seen a bear yet?" And I said, "Kevin, no, I have not." And he said, "Well, look over there." So we were in the channel, and just coming up onto shore was a polar bear that had just so happened to have found a beluga whale carcass.
No way.
Floating in the river. So my first polar bear was a bear that had found a beluga whale, dragged it up on shore, and I got to watch him have lunch, which was pretty cool.
That is epic. I've never seen that, so that is a real special first encounter that you had there.
And Roy Mexted.
Oh, well,
what was your first?
Let's keep mine as a secret, guys. I don't kiss and tell.
You don't?
But let's have a look at this video I made, guys. This is to ending out the show. And this is, you'll see, same sort of thing.
But the whole time we were trying not to get our hopes up. We were like, they're not there, it's okay. Like, didn't want to believe it in case they weren't actually there. And then we turned the corner and they were. And it was so cool.
Yeah, it's like absolutely in awe to, like you said it before, like you see this on documentaries and things, you never think you're going to see it in person. And
there's the bear coming. see you around if you're leaving right now, hey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've seen bears before, but that was something special.
To use Quinny's words, it was a cuddle puddle, and it was really, really cute. And they're just kind of like unicorns. They're equivalent of that magical, mystical creature of like you never really think you're going to see them in real life. So when we did, it was crazy.
Could have stayed there
All day.
much longer. Yeah,
Yeah.
just watching them. Yeah.
Well, Roy, to quote that person you were interviewing, that was a magical video.
It was a cuddle puddle.
We all love those, don't we?
I'm never really good at like getting that perfect bear shot. Like, but these are all the shots I took myself. But you know, I never get that perfect like zoomed up, just like looking at. It's always looking over the other, eh? Like this.
It's almost like it's not actually giving a crap. You're taking a picture.
No, I know. Or maybe I didn't pay enough.
No, I guess not.
But yeah, guys, we'll put a bit more like polar bear stuff and beluga stuff as we go too, because that's just so exciting and wonderful. Hey, Leroy said something in the comments. Thanks. Leroy said the Beluga Hotel didn't burn down. It just slowly started to shut down and then abandoned, basically, from what I hear. Well, that's it. We got to get to the bottom of it then. Okay. I've started with something. Leroy's corrected me. Someone else can add a bit more onto that. And if someone knows the right person that we should talk to get some real stories about what it was like back with the Beluga Motel, we should probably have a chat with them.
I agree. And with that, Roy.
With that, it's been a great podcast, mate. Thanks for your help today, Eric.
Roy, I'm always happy to be here. It's always a pleasure hanging out down here at the creek with you and the rest of the family.
All right, well, let's play the ending music. Goodbye, everybody. Hey, what do you hear? Why don't you just press like the page, and it sends us around a bit and makes it all a little bit better.
Woo! Churchill Chats! February